Sup, my name is Ryu for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Welcome to the next meta, and this week we are talking about can Cosmos become the next meta deck? Now, there's actually a premises behind this array out there already meta because of the fact of them topping. Now, I'm actually going to go knee-deep into this for the next 5 or so minutes, so bear with me. Konami made Burning Abyss. Burning Abyss topped in the first thing. Cosmos are having that same kind of thing going on where they're topping right now without freaking any more support. We do know they're getting more support. We do know they're getting 5 more cards in, I think it's Dimension of Chaos. Correct me if I say that wrong. We do know there's a ban list coming. We do know that Honest at 2 makes the deck pretty fucking good, and Maxi at 3 helps the deck speed, because it doesn't really have draw power at the moment. So, Cosmos have this potential I talked about originally when I put the deck together for the first time without looking at anything that was topping or whatnot. That was a while ago. And I said that I think this is going to be a deck that basically will get more and more power and eventually probably become meta. I still stand by that because I don't think they're going to go the Noble Knights route. And that's something, and that's why the premises this video pops up. That's something they could do, is basically be like, here's this really cool archetype based on something really cool, like the Knights of the Round Table, and this is based, let's be frank here, it's based something on Star Wars. It looks like Star Wars. I showed it to my 4-year-old son who knows what Star Wars is, and he thought it was Star Wars. He's not into cards, but he knows what Star Wars is. So, I think that premises comes across right away. And you get this really cool archetype, and there's plenty of like ideas floating around your mind of where Konami could take this archetype. You have the Sith, you have the Jedi, you have the bounty hunters. There's plenty of ways of like doing the archetype, right? But we've seen this with Noble Knights, and Noble Knights were so hyped for the longest time. Yeah, they couldn't get really good support, and they were almost there, but it wasn't good enough. And then we saw Burning Abyss, and Burning Abyss were really good right off the bat, and then ridiculous as time went on, and they're still getting support in OCG. So Cosmos, I feel, may fall in the middle, where depending on how the ban list shapes the game over the next couple of formats, and I say couple of formats because these guys will be getting support for about a year, I think that's what we're going to see with Cosmos. They have the potential to stay relevant in the meta, either as a 1.5 tier or a complete meta tier. Right now they are topping. They are topping regionals left and right. They're one step away from that YCS level. Can they get there? Hell yeah. I think it comes down to the people playing the deck, what's being played at the events, what's being sided, and just where you take the deck. I mean, right now, Necrot's Perform Age is going to be like the newest thing to really deal with. And I don't really, to be frank, I really don't know how well the matchup is for them when it comes to that whole thing. But it seems like Cosmos would have to have control of the board to actually, OTK and go into it. But something like Maxi, again, will give them that raw draw power they really, truly did need. Now, the one thing I see with Cosmos, if not now, in the future, is that we're going to get some kind of Death Star. That would be like the Sith version of Forerunner. And they shouldn't have called it Forerunner because of the Halo reference, but it's fine. What it comes down to is this. I really do think Konami has a great archetype with Cosmos. I really do think that they can be meta for a long time, like we've seen with Burning Abyss. I don't know how long exactly good support will come for them, or low rarities or anything of that sort. I really don't know. I really don't have expectations for them right now. And the reason I don't is because it's better that way. So if they really do start topping even more, then it's more exciting to see the end result than, just being like, I was one of those guys who said it. I don't really like always being the cocky guy who says, calls and whatnot. It's not enjoyable all the time. Cosmos have this really cool deck functionality that's like nothing else out there right now. And if you've never played on Dev Pro, you are missing out. They have pretty good matchups for everything. They can dodge a lot of stuff and whatnot. But the one problem I see is it's just a lack of support. And we saw that with Burning Abyss, but Burning Abyss just worked because of Tour Guide. Cosmos don't have that Tour Guide. That's why I said I feel they may fall in the middle of like a power level between Burning Abyss and, Noble Knights. I think once, like, it's kind of like Noble Knights, once they get started, they're really good, and then Burning Abyss, where they have extremely good support right off the bat. I think it's in the middle. I don't know about you guys, but I do want to hear your opinion down in the comments below, and hopefully you'll let me know. Do you think Cosmos will remain relevant? Do you think they'll remain meta, or do you think they'll become meta if you do not see them as being meta currently? Make sure to check out the videos and the annotations for my mobile friend users. They were down in the comment section for you, because I love you guys, and I'm not going to leave you out. And I always listen to the feedback of the channel, and I always try to adjust everything to make everyone happy. I know that's impossible in this world, but I try my damnedest to get as close as possible to that. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for shaping the content as you always do. I'm ready for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Until next time, I'll see you on the next meta, and you let me know what you think.